Hello and welcome back. And no, I don't have excuses every time I faint. I only have them sometimes. Today, I have none. But now I'm awake, so ready to adventure some more. I guess we have to defeat goblins and defeat the blue crack chieftain. As if we haven't defeated any goblins before, but that's fine. It's good for us. We still need to finish the advanced orc slayer, goblin slayer deed for this area. And then, yeah, plenty more stuff to do, both up north, back in Thorin's Gate, and east towards Gondomon. So we'll do that probably in this episode. Depending on how annoying the goblins are, we might have to do it in the next episode, but I think we should be fine. Orodost. We know nothing of Orodost except what we see now. We know it's very well preserved. We know it used to be the dwarf, the old place for Darkhand dwarves, I believe. And now it's infested by goblins. So I guess we do know quite a bit, don't we? I misspoke. What I was trying to say is that no deed talks about Orodost, like other places of interest in Eret Luin. And I wonder why that is. Because it definitely is a significant place. In fact, it features in the epic storyline, so why not give it more background, right? Oh, that fire is too loud. That, it's kind of cold, but like this is too hot, Too hot of a place to keep your hands warm. Maybe in half an hour when the logs burn down a little. Okay. Come 12 and 12 out of 12. But we still need to defeat the blue crack chieftain, which I assume he's at the top. More pyres over there. Is that safe? I think that's against fire safety code. I mean, look, there is dry grass here and the sparks are flying all over. And there's a tree here ready to, be set aflame. Not good, not good. Okay. Let's defeat the blue crack chieftain. If he's not hiding too much. Are you the chieftain? Yes. Yes. Yeah! I know. Yes, you have a cool attire, shall we say. But that won't save you from us defeating you. Alright. Well, let's see. I think we should ride north first and deal with whatever we have to deal at Thorin's Gate. And then we should return here to Nogland. And that should be fine. Alright guys, I shall see you at Thorin's Gate. Alright, let's deliver the dented armor to Bruni. who I'm sure will complain at least a little bit about something. Knowing dwarves. Wow, the mine may be tapped dry, but at least you found my pickaxe. Yes, I did, didn't I? Okay, so now they're around the merchant's area, or Bruni is. So, wait, we also found the second gear though. Let's talk to Pavor about the second gear. Ah, the echoes in the Great Hall. That's what home means to me. The echoes?
At your service and
Aye.
your families.
This is it. Wait, does this actually fit anywhere? How about here? Ah, I'll work it out eventually. For now, we must find the other gears. Right, how many more do you need? 17?
I would be grateful for your assistance.
I'm not sure yet how that second gear fits into this contraption, but that is not your concern. Your concern is to keep finding gears. I need you to get out there and find that third gear. The third missing gear was placed in a chest hidden in Emin Hoet, the old barrels of the Edain in Haotlin, northeast of Gondomon. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's said to be in the ruins of an ancient crypt. Be wary though. I've heard rumor that barrow wights roam those lands. Ooh, barrow wights. Not my favorite. Okay. The third gear.
Greetings, traveler.
An ancient crypt. Have you visited Lelia's market lately? Visit Bree for all your threaded needs. Alright. Why are you advertising a human place when you have fine crafts all the way here? I guess when it comes to trading, humans are not inferior to dwarves, huh? Okay. Now Bruni, as far as I recall, was on this side. But I might... Oh yes, yeah, he was around here. Oh, it's so dark here, I can't see. A good two-handed axe would cleave even the fattest goblins in twain. I think you keep repeating yourself too, but that's alright.
Well met.
There you are. What's taking so long? I mean, a couple of things, you know. Let me see these. Thorin Spirit. Have they been wrestling oliphones? I could forge 2 suits of armor in the time it would take me to hammer this out. I knew you'll be complaining. I knew it. The dwarf smith looks up at you. Oh yes, here is the armor you wanted. Shined. Collected the polished armor.
What do you need?
Hell, he's going to want his armor back right away. Best you take it to him now. He's usually on duty down by the gate to the courtyard. Yep. Alright. Let's see. Gondomon, villains in the Vale. And find the missing third gear. Okay, so I think we're done with the hall again for now. So we'll go to return the polished armor outside. Look at the sunlight. The playful sunlight. Look at those rays. Beautiful. And no bonfires here, you know. Nice and warm, but not too hot, right? Not like the goblins. Burning whole forest down for nothing. Okay. Let's ride together right now. Okay, Harley Shimmer Shield.
Greetings, traveler.
Aye, that's just a thing. Kali will look sharp as an axe in this. The commander's sure to notice him now, because that's all commanders notice. Shiny armors. Fine. Alright, well, since we're done here, I'll see you guys back at Grimkel Stonebearer, sorry. Well, a meaning can be found in any era. Stonebearer versus Stonebeard. Well, I guess the life dwarves are stone bearers, right? They bear stones to make dwarven statues, and then the dwarven statues are the stone beards, right? Stone bearer, stone beard, that is the connection in my mind. Alright, Grinkel.
This is unthinkable!
Ha! Good work. I'm sorry I ever doubted, Vifil. But who would have known that goblins would actually dare to enter the Vale of Train? Yeah, you more than doubted him, though. You know, you were certain that he was making it up. That's more than a doubt, you know? And you have no excuse for that, Grimkel. Grimkel's shoes, Grimkel's boots, or Grimkel's greaves.
Hear me out, traveler!
I'm just a traveler to you still. It is unthinkable that these goblins managed to sneak into the Vale of Train under my very beard. Well, there is nothing to do about it now but prepare for the worst. I need you to take the fetish you found to Bolly. Wow, you're all into fetishes, old dwarves, huh? The captain of the guard in Gondomar to the east. You must know of the goblins' incursion from the valley into Vale of Train. I've no doubt this is a sign of a larger threat. Probably goblins in the south.
What is the meaning of this?
The fetish must be brought to Gondomar with all haste. Proof of the goblin threat must be seen by the captain of the guard himself. Alright. I shall do that. Alright, well, let's ride together. Enjoy the snow transition with which I'm apparently obsessed. As we go down. East to Gondomar we go. East and somewhat down. Following the river here. Which seems to be flowing nicely after we got some bushes out with our bare hands, right? So thanks to us, people. It was up to those mighty goblins. Nothing will be done around here. No, they need a weaker human to do all their chores. Oh well. The good news for them is that I ain't weak though. There, what did I tell you? Patchy snow, grass, and Gondomar. Alright. That's a magnificent place, for sure. It was also closer than I thought it would be. But then, Swinehawk is so fast. Right, places of the dwarves, Gondomar. Some of the mightiest warriors in Thorin's Hall are posted here to stop the goblin threat from the south. Yeah, well guess what, there are plenty of goblins to the west of you guys. Deep Beast out? Oh, good. More exploring stuff? Good. Oh, that makes more sense. Explore the Darkhand strongholds. So maybe one of them is the one that we just went to, which is infested with goblins. Okay, that makes more sense. Good. Well, we still wanna read about Gondomar now. The fortress of Gondomar was once an elven fortress, abandoned when the elves of Edelion abandoned their former refuge for Duiland, after Skorgrim Darkhand's treacherous assault. Yes, the dwarves rebuilt the stronghold to their liking. Huh, yeah. So, are there any vestiges of the elfish stuff here? I only see... I was quite a hunter in my younger days. No one wanted for meat when I returned from a hunt. Well, that's good. It's all fine and well. Well, I only see dwarfish architecture here. Maybe there is some elfish stuff hidden somewhere, but get out of here, stranger. Oh, jeez, why? Because I mentioned those were formerly elfish ruins, huh? That's why you got upset? Well, let's start with something, shall we? Sigdan, the stable master.
At your service, and
Thank,
your families.
thank you. I'm off to the Shire with a load of ore. They have a little hole in the ground they call a quarry, but it doesn't yield any ore. Wow, you're funny, trader. You are genuinely funny. The wilderness has many dangers for unwary travelers. Stay alert to threats on the road. Well, what a generic statement. Orglir, Orlig, Orliger, the generic statement producer, or utterer. It has been my proud duty as a hunter these many years to supply the people of the lowlands with both food and safety. How can I aid you, less mighty one?
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous time.
And why is that? Because you feed me some meat you just hunted? The hunters who have been plying the forests north of Gondamon have come to me with stories of being threatened or even attacked by those backstabbing Darhand brigands. If you're of a mind to lend us a hand, you could head out there and deal with the treacherous Steambeards. They need to learn not to meddle with the hunters of Gondamon. The Darhands have built a small camp to the north of here, in the hills somewhere. I don't know exactly where. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. You'll find plenty of heads to break there, I'd warrant. Protecting the hunt, huh?
I am at your service.
You should be able to find those brigands with your sharper eyes, in a camp in the hills to the north. They mostly stay holed up in there like rats in their warren. Okay, Daffy?
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Our huntsmen are skilled, but this year's hunt has proven particularly difficult. What with the cold and the wretched Darhands? What do you mean the cold? It's always cold here. I have found myself short of supplies for the coming winter. You can help us by bringing in some bear meat. There are plenty of bears in the wilds around Gondamon, especially to the north. We will preserve and store the meat for the coming months. Sure. Feeding the outpost.
At your service.
We
and
still have
your families.
We still have need of that bear meat, Basabur. Why are you still sitting and listening to us? You ought to be able to find some in the wilds surrounding Gondam. And Dory, are you? Yeah, you're wearing the same clothes, basically. And your beards, are you related, maybe?
Might you lend me an ear?
Here's my ear. The wind coming down from the mountains makes my bones ache year-round, but even the younger sentries feel the chill when the days grow short. We could use more pelts to make blankets and clothing in preparation for the coming winter. There is no shortage of wolves prowling in the wilds, especially to the west. I expect you have no difficulty obtaining some furs for me. Wolves are wild creatures, but at least their fur is warm. Their fur is warm, and they're not wild creatures. But, okay. Warming the garrison.
Greetings.
A cold dwarf is a grumpy dwarf, Basabur. A warm dwarf is also grumpy. Have you had any luck getting those pelts for us? Okay. Quite a few more people to talk to around here. Let's see, let's start with Hotkill.
Well met.
You restored the water flow? Wow. Why, it's not flowing nearly enough at all. Uh-oh. You may have cleared out some problems over at Noglond, but there must be something else blocking the flow around here. As I suspected, check my previous episode.
Come and stay a moment.
The goblins in these hills are causing us no end of grief. They've blocked off the river with debris and slowed the flow to a trickle, and what water exists is fouled by their presence. I can send a crew to remove the debris, or I can just send you to do single-handedly what 20 dwarves do, but I need someone with a stout heart and a strong sword arm to clear out some of the goblins. I can't afford to lose any workers, what with the Dark Hands to contend with. Are you saying that the goblins are more of a threat than the Darkhans? They're weaker, trust me. You can find the canal west of here, just past the hills. The goblins have a camp west of their makeshift dam. Clear the way.
Greetings.
No luck with the goblins? No, they're good at gambling. Well, keep at it. My crew can clear well the blockage just as soon as your part is done, but not earlier. We're lazy that way. The goblin camp is west of here. Okay. Then talk to an actual elf for a change. Geltin.
Megavanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
Megavanen. If white stir the bones of the ancient Dain, then an evil has arisen in these mountains which we should all fear. The foul spirits that stir the bones of the dead are servants of Angmar, of the Witch King of old, and of the Shadow in the East. I must ask you to seek out this evil and put whatever end you may to it, before its darkness spreads. Whatever end? Don't trust humans with their ends. Take this elfstone to Glamour. It dwells now in the ruins to the northeast of Gondomon, at the southern end of the Greenwater. The elfstone.
Sweet-eyed Malon.
Glamir dwells in some ruins to the northeast of here. You should speak with him at once. Right, you should speak to him soon. And even more people to talk to, but it's a big place. That makes sense. It'll be very chitty-chatty this episode. That is just fine. Here is Bolly, who is interested in fetishes.
Greetings, traveler.
You carry with you a fetish of the blue crag goblin tribes. It's clear that the vile creatures are on the move and intend to launch an offensive against the Vale train. Troubling news, to be sure. We must crush the goblin forces before they become an even greater threat. Their presence in the Vale is a festering blight on the land, and if we don't stop it now, it will spread like a shadow across the land. Okay, I'll pick Atala's essences, don't worry. Fine. And then you, Askel.
Might you lend me an ear?
You and your ear-lending business. Stranger, please tarry and hear my plea. My brother Gelir Golden Tongue was a great warrior. Now he's not. Curse my treacherous tongue. I should say he is a great warrior, but I fear for his life. Though he is a doughty fighter, Gelir longs for peace, even against the advice of our elders in Torrens Hall. He felt that there must be a way to come to some sort of understanding with the Darhans. So he and some companions set out for the great Darhan encampment north of Gondomon. I think he went to the westernmost of the camps, the larger one. He did not return from his mission. Please seek him out, and if he is slain, return to me with the news so we may seek our revenge on his murderers. You'll know my brother easily by his gleaming shield, a great heirloom of our family. Alright, Askel. So he's the Golden Tongue. Who are you? You're just Askel? Fine. We'll be more famous. The Sundered Shield.
What do you want?
Please hurry. My brother may be in grave danger. Well, and there's the premonition in the quest title, so yes. Hide and bone, claw and beak. All can be sold for good coin here. Beak, especially beaks. They're so expensive these days. Okay. Looks like we have more quests on the other side. Some of the mightiest warriors in Torrens Hold are posted here to stop the goblin threat, I guess. Boots of the strongest leather, swords of the mightiest steel, Gondomon Market, from whence all treasure comes. A few of the guards here were even in the Battle of 5 Armies. Wow, that was some time ago. But yes, you dwarves. I used to carve a notch in my axe for every kill, but then I ran out of space to notch. Or just get a new axe then. Get yourself a new axe, I say. Let's see. Aha. Rest assured, stranger, you're safe inside these walls. Not from dragons. Mati.
Greetings.
You could not have arrived with this news at a better time, Basabur. An elf prince has gone missing, and the elves are convinced that we abducted him and refuse to believe otherwise. Not good. We have learned where their prince is being held, an encampment of Darkhans to the northeast. Your information tells us a great deal about his fate, and I hope it is enough. The elves have sent an emissary to Gondamon, and she insists that we rescue this Avortau as a sign of our goodwill. A sign of our goodwill? As if the Longbeards need to prove anything. Well, in this situation, you might. I have always considered myself an even-tempered dwarf, but this emissary has gone too far. We need someone who is neither dwarf nor elf to organize this rescue. Oh. Somebody neutral? Like a human? But do know this, dwarf. Humans are never neutral. They love to take sides. I do not want to be responsible for an outbreak of war in the Blue Mountains.
Come and stay a moment.
That elf woman is stiff-necked and suspicious. She does not recognize the difference between Durin's folk and the Darhans. If my dwarves attempt to rescue her elf prince and fail, she will assume that we're in league with the Darhans and call for war upon my people. Well, don't jump to conclusions so quickly. But I get your concerns. What we need is someone trusted by elves and dwarves alike to make this attempt. There is a man, a ranger out of the wilds in the east, who has assisted both of our kindreds at sundry times, and just I thought, with my high ego, that you're talking about me, but no. He is masterful in the art of hunting and stealth. Seek the ranger Langlass at the Hunter's Lodge to the east of here. I only hope he will accept this responsibility. Well, if he's a ranger, I'm pretty sure he would. Mutual dislike.
What do you need?
Will Langlass help us? It will be a tragedy if this incident should bring my people into conflict with the elves of Duiland. There is little love lost between our kindreds, as it is. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. Well, my friends, I think that's a good stopping point for this episode. I shall see you next time. Farewell.